So I read this story and I honestly did not have words to describe it. So let me read it for you guys. Maybe somebody might have words to describe it. This person said, I found out recently that my wife's sugar daddy has been the one funding our lifestyle. Even the job that I have now, he gave it to me. Hey, God, I beg. I found out last week that the hall where we did our wedding, the food, and even the drinks were not paid by my wife's family as I thought. My wife's family were hailing me and saying I am a great man for paying for everything. And my wife told me that her family paid for everything. I was confused at a point. I asked my wife severally, but she didn't give me any tangible answers. She kept insisting that it was her family that paid for everything. But when I tried talking to her father, he tells me a different thing altogether, insisting that I was the one that paid for everything because they didn't. That was when I started doing my research and I found out that everything was paid by my wife's sugar daddy. At first, I didn't believe it, but I did the research based on vendors' receipts. The person just looked at me with pity and changed topic. My legs felt cold and heavy instantly. It was like someone dropped cement inside of me. When I called my wife, she didn't even cry. She just kept quiet for a long time. I was so angry. I took her phone and smashed it on the floor. That was when she told me the story properly because she saw how angry I was. She said the man was not just giving her money, that he helped her before we met, that he felt bad leaving her in the middle of things. So he paid for the wedding as a last help, and they had sex 3 months to our wedding, like the goodbye sex. Now they do. She swore she had already stopped seeing him before we got married. To make matters worse, she told me that the job I have now was given to me by him through his connection. I have another interview next week that I want to go for that my wife introduced me to. And I've just found out that this man is still the person that will give me that job. This is a job I've been praying hard and fasting for all along. It is this same man that is going to work it out for me, according to her. She said he had contacts and well connected. So she mentioned me to him and told him that my job isn't paying well. So he set me up for the interview that I'm supposed to go next week. When she said that, I just sat down. I didn't know whether to be happy or ashamed. My own breakthrough was coming from somebody that is sleeping with my wife. Now I don't know how to feel. Part of me is angry because I feel like I was standing on another man's money at my own wedding. Another part of me is tired of struggling and wants to grab any help God sends, no matter the source. But what hurts the most is my pride. As a man, this kind of thing touches ego. It makes me feel small in my own house. I keep asking myself, if I take the job and everything works out, will my wife still respect me the same? Or will she see that man as the real provider in her heart? Will I just be the face in the house while another man sits quietly behind my success? I don't know how to feel about my life, but this thought has been disturbing my sleep since last week. I don't know if I should be angry, grateful, or just to keep quiet and swallow everything. Please help me. A man needs advice. Okay, my people have heard him right. A man needs advice. Please advise a man.